Hello, and welcome back to Half-Life Alyx. Let us continue with Chapter 9, Revelations. We have exited the zoo, and we are facing the vault, which the Vortigons have entirely disconnected from every remaining substation. And we were hoping that this thing would actually come crashing down. Apparently I forgot to save, so that gives me an opportunity.
They're locking down the area.
Good luck trying to lock out someone wielding an Alyx.
Kill a grunt by shooting their gas tank. So that will give us a nice opportunity to once again watch the vault getting disconnected and coming down.
Whoa! Russell! Forge just took down the last substation.
Oh, let me see. Eli, the Force just took down the last substation. Brace yourself, Alyx. It's gonna come down.
What the?
They've activated some sort of emergency backup. They've activated a backup.
Tell Alyx there's no way that backup is stable. She can shut it down.
Your dad says...
I heard him. So head towards those beams, right?
Right, that's gonna be the backup station.
Critical breach. Stand by. Stand
I hope
by.
whoever's in there knows it.
What's that, Alyx?
Nothing. I'm on my way.
Oh, the game is a bit laggy right now. I hope it's just like the streaming to the headset, not the game itself. Oh, you're kidding me. My aim right now was completely horrible. Got him. Wasted quite a lot of bullets. Carried over a audio log from another map, so that is fun. Yeah, the game is really glitchy. Nothing in the car, unfortunately. Right? There was an explosive barrel all this time. Could have maybe somehow used it. But I was concentrated on actual shooting instead of like being tactical and witty. Oh, seriously, mate? This is a lot of guys. Can't see if there is anything useful in the car. No, I don't think so. Okay. There are some filing cabinets and stuff over on the other side of the fence. But I'm not... Why did you vibrate? Why did you vibrate? I know that this controller has a little bit lower battery charge. But it's not that, is it? Stop vibrating. Surprisingly little amount of resources. Not sure what that is all about. Let's see, I do have grenade here. Still could use another grenade. Employees only. Visitors, please use front entrance.
There's somebody up there.
That's not Combine. Maybe a Scavenger? Be careful.
Up where? Ooh, that is a good find.
Eli, come here!
What is it, Russell?
Listen to this.
Shh.
Okay, well, go get them. You took over the entire plant in 7 hours. How much is it taking so long? Oh, no, it's fine. I can wait. That was sarcasm. Well, I'm thrilled you thought that. Yes, that was sarcasm as well. And just to remind you, the thing I need to talk to your boss about is how we're running out of time. Well, what about if I went and got my supervisor? Would that move the needle on this thing? No, that's the point. I am my supervisor. You're killing me.
Oh, it's one of these.
What am I doing here? I should go.
The final twist of the game presented quite a few storytelling challenges for the writers. The game is long, much longer than a movie, and the surprise reveal of the G-Man at the end felt almost impossible to sustain over the entire experience. Everyone on the team assumed that through basic deduction, most players are going to figure it out along the way. So the solution, like in most good stories, was to just add more stuff, more details, more questions, and more nooks and crannies to the plot. The writers quickly realized that there was one big distracting name, Gordon Freeman, that would pull the players' attention away from any theories they may be cooking up on their own. We then realized that we could use the absence of the G-Man in the story, in the eerie parallels between the G-Man and Gordon's experiences at Black Mesa, to redirect player attention and propel the story towards the final act. If the player thought they had uncovered a new mission to save Gordon Freeman from stasis, then the twist at the end could be secure. To pull it off, the writers created a new, mysterious character, a scientist collaborating with the Combine. This addition came late in the project, so the writers relied on another tried-and-true tact: base the character on an actor we're fond of, and then do our absolute best to cast and record with that person. The chosen actor had struck a particular tone with the writers. She has an easy, in-command confidence and a smooth Southern Missouri drawl. This not only sets her apart from the other characters in the Half-Life universe, but makes the character easy to hear on the page, which is incredibly important when time is short at the end of the project. And once she was in the studio, her pitch-perfect performance assured us that we'd made the correct decision. Of course, then the scene still had to be built. Level designers figured out what existing chunk of level track could be bumped out to fit the scene. The area we chose previously held some barnacles and a few light puzzle elements, which the designers weren't upset to lose. The level track had to be altered to funnel you into a place where the scene could unfold and the player could eavesdrop without getting a good look at the character. This served two purposes. One was that it would benefit the mystery for the scene to feel furtive and for the identity of the character to remain secret, but also, we could shroud the performance and the intricate facial animation necessary to bring a character to life, all in shadow, for the animators and the choreographers. Like in a lot of cases, not doing the work was the correct thing for both the story and our tight shipping schedule.
It's interesting to hear about the tight shipping schedule because, well, maybe... Well, I assume the game was not done by the time we announced it. That is why they have the time pressure, because I was under the impression that things in Valve happen when people are completely aligned and happy with like what they have on the drawing board. So maybe like in my head they already fleshed out like most of the details, including all the plot and everything, and there is no crippling time pressure per se to finish the game, to actually implement the game, right? But apparently this is not the case. And another neat fact that I must give credit to my memory, it's bad. I completely do not remember that, whatever's going on right now.
Hi. Okay,
Wait, shh.
great. Finally, hi. We need to
That's
move
an
the
advisor.
box, or this thing is going to be Black Mesa all over again. Well, now I'm telling you it is ready. Look, if it's still here when she gets there, he's gone. What in the history of today makes you think you're gonna stop her? Look, this guy we've got in there survived Black Mesa. He raised holy hell and then just disappeared. We finally caught him and you're just gonna let him go again? Move the box.
Survived Black Mesa, then disappeared. Eli, they do have a super weapon.
God damn it, Russ, they got Gordon Freeman.
Oh, wow. That's good, right?
This is very, very good.
This is a miracle.
All right. So, let's go save Gordon Freeman. Oh, incoming. Hey, give me a second.
Yeah, so at this distance, shotgun like, what are you even doing, man?
Okay, so the plan is to get to that control room and get Gordon. I'll be honest, people talk about him a lot, but I was just assumed he was dead.
Me too.
Hey, Dad? Are you there?
Yeah, what's up, Alyx?
If Gordon survived Black Mesa, where's he been?
I don't know, but I bet it's a hell of a story.
I must admit I've never played Blue Shift or Opposing Force on my own. Never even watched them, so I don't know all the intricacies of the plot over there. No resin over here, that's a bit disappointing. Also, you kind of provide me the healing station, but I don't see the little guy. Maybe over here? Nope. Huh. Interesting. Well, this thing goes somewhere. Okay. Some respirators. Okay, can't do anything with this thing. Okay, this door is locked. Some zombie moan. Could be expected probably from this area. No, that's just some trash. This I will take, thank you very much. Yeah, okay, there is indeed nothing behind this door. Scavenger hideout.
The purpose of this hideout was to give players a nice reward for being observant and exploring the environment. We wanted to highlight the story of scavengers living behind the quarantine wall, what their lives might look like, and why they might choose to live there. The person who lived here was referred to internally as the Combine Killer, imagined as a person with a grudge against the Combine who has chosen to eke out a living in the quarantine zone, spending their time exacting revenge on unsuspecting Combine patrols, perhaps eventually joining the organized resistance movement portrayed in Half-Life 2.
Oh. And you have a nice bloater over here, eh? Oof. You can have that. Are those the eyepieces? It's not clear. This does look like some sort of a lens, I presume, especially like these white parts. Yeah, and the counter. Okay, now I can see it. I like the tiger and the pot. That's a nice touch. Food could be improved, but maybe the guy actually perished in one of his raids. Oh, there was a rat, but it's dead now. Which kinda reinforces the feeling that maybe the guy perished. Damn. Oh, excuse me. Wait, did these guys actually eat the stuff and do not return it to me back? Oh. Oh, it's that bad. Okay. That is one piece of resin. Yeah, there should be a magazine. Wait, how did you... Okay, I'm upset. Pretty sure there was a magazine. Whoa, what the...
What do you think they're doing in here?
Looks like they're milking the leggies.
For this stuff? To fight with the Zen infestation? Yeah, this is genuinely exciting because I do not remember these parts well. I noticed that it's quite true with most of the mediums that I consume. Oh, and I'm actually getting low on this ammunition. Maybe time to switch to the SMG. Hello. Hey, not cool. Knock it off. Knock it off. That I often remember well the beginning, but mid-section, like, the further you go, the less I remember. Maybe it's true for many people. Okay. Now, can I explore the area, please? Okay, we have some sort of like elevator thingy. Maybe it's not called elevator thingy, maybe it's just called an elevator. Duh. I'm definitely getting that autoloader for the shotgun. Even though like it does not excite me a lot. Huh.
Once we get Gordon back, we can really get ambitious, don't you think, Russ? Maybe we could take down the Citadel.
Well, he saved humanity once. I'm willing to bet he can do it again.
And this time he won't have to do it alone.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Hello there. They're really giving me a lot of resin here closer to the end. Don't they? Oh, maybe over here.
Watch it. I don't want to get any of this crap on me. Why? Is it dangerous? We're not dumping it in the pit because it's safe. Keep moving.
Maybe I should have listened to the guys. Didn't give them any chance. Spectator HUD.
In recent years, video game streaming has become one of the main ways that players engage with the culture of games, and this is even more true for VR titles, where players who do not have VR equipment want to participate. To address this audience, we created a Spectator HUD, which displays the VR player's health, ammunition, resin, and the contents of their wrist pockets. This information is overlaid on the 3D scene in the desktop window, and lets viewers track the state of the player's resources, without having to rely on the player to look at their wrist or open up a menu. The Spectator HUD started off as a tool used by the development team to display resources, as well as the state of controller buttons and other diagnostic information. An interesting side effect of this HUD was that it made playtests way more exciting to watch, because we as an audience had information the player wasn't necessarily aware of. For example, playtest observers might realize that a player had barely survived an encounter when the players themselves had never even checked their health. We even saw cases where players killed an enemy with their very last bullet without realizing it themselves. The highs and lows we felt watching our own playtests were something that we wanted to share with the streaming audience, and it's been exciting to see streamers using it in the wild.
In the wild. Ooh. You're coming to life. Are you not? Yep. Ooh, I completely
What do you think
obliterated
they're
his
doing
face.
to Gordon Freeman in there?
That's a good question.
Are they, you know, sucking his brain out?
I think they're gonna move him off-world.
Well, either way, let's not find out. I'll get there before it happens.
This is an interesting concept of the breach. Why are some of these things contain barrels attached to them? Well, maybe because this is not the breach. Maybe because it's to actually dump the barrels. Duh. Oh, got it. Yeah. The railing at the end kinda supports this theory. Oh, I have an antlion head. Look at this beauty. It's terrifying and a bit disgusting. Okay. Pendulum. The brand of the cabinet is Pendulum, if anyone is interested. Well, that is a peculiar sight. Okay. So from over there. Got it? Okay. This is actually my only way.
I'd never survive a jump from this height.
No, absolutely not. Why? Were you considering it?
It's another one of those, isn't it? Okay. And then... Well, there was a piece of resin somewhere. And I think it is somewhere still over here. No, that's just light from the... Do you think this piece of resin could have been destroyed? Because if I were to suggest where it could have blown up, like maybe over here to the elevator shaft. Well, that's a bit sad. Okay. Oh, that situation resolved itself. That was nice. I'm not worried about resin anymore because I have all the upgrades that I wanted to get. So I'm like, okay.
Russ, what's the deal with the crowbar?
Oh, you mean Gordon Freeman's crowbar?
Yeah.
Oh, Alyx. He fought his way out of Black Mesa with nothing but that crowbar.
No way.
It's true. Well, it's true that that's what they say. You know, nobody knows for sure.
Well, when I get him out, let's give him a gun.
Yes. Not mine. I'm out of the gun lending business. Okay?
Okay. And this is another milked leggy over there. Is that an area which I saw earlier? No, I don't think so. So, enlighten me. Is there an understanding whether Combine are actually human, or they modify human, or they're completely alien? Because their heads were completely alien. Let's take one of them and see what we can do with that. Well, these two actually seem nice. I mean, that's a start, right? Let's start untangling all of that. Wait, where are you? Huh? Okay, you're over here. That does not seem right. Okay. And then... Oh god, what is with my spatial awareness today? Okay. And we have... this one. Now that was a lot. But that was all. So... can you please provide me with an autoloader? Let's get this thing.
Looking very deadly.
Load shells into autoloader. Or you can just load a bunch of them. But that's it. So there are 6 of them, right? Yeah. Okay. And so when I press button to activate autoloader. Okay, and then you just wait. Okay, got it. I don't have for the double shot. Oh, yeah. No, give it to me. This is done. My hand is stuck. Okay. Thank you. And this only has a reflex sight. Not interested. If only I had 2 more resin, I could have like maxed out the shotgun as well. That would have been swell. So they do not return the magazines, because I know for a fact that this dude ate magazine, but they do return resin if they ate some. Which is nice to know. Okay, we have another arena by the looks of it. But first, of course, some containers. Nothing there. My health is good, but there is another syringe here. That is nice to know. Tank yard combat.
Creating a climactic battle that capped off the antlion combat proved to be a challenging design problem. We wanted to create a sustained combat experience that was substantial enough to challenge players who had refined their skills against the antlions. But simply throwing a large number of antlions at the player all at once was not a particularly engaging experience, nor was it compatible with our established combat balancing. Rather than containing the player in a restricted space and spawning waves of enemies, we wanted to keep the player engaged and moving through a gauntlet of constant pressure toward a goal. To do this, we needed an arena with a clear linear flow and a porous layout that would allow the player to maintain sight of their goal while being flanked by swarms of antlions as they move toward it. This tanker yard, which we had originally built for a narrative scene that was cut from the game, had the properties we were looking for. The long tanker cars lead toward the intended direction of travel, and their positioning requires the player to pay careful attention to their sides and rear as they advance. The combine tractor beam tower is framed at the end of the tracks, providing a clear goal for the player. The placement of the glowing red sign in the direction of the tractor beam was also a deliberate decision, a technique used by the environment artist to subconsciously pull players in the desired direction via visual contrast, even in the event that they've momentarily lost their bearings in the chaos of the battle. The pacing of the combat here was carefully balanced to leave most playtesters on the brink of being overwhelmed and feeling like they made it through by just the skin of their teeth. It took many iterations of enemy placement, ammo and item placement, and player path adjustments to achieve this balance. We ultimately settled on a design that featured a steady stream of advancing antlions, with antlion spitters placed at the far end of the space applying enough pressure to prevent players from rushing toward the goal. Combine soldiers up on the raised platforms divert player attention to the right-hand flank and provide verticality in target prioritization, adding to the sense of frenzy we sought to create.
Well, I do not like that already. Just the sheer description of that makes me nervous. So thank you very much, job well done. I wonder if you can clear the gauntlet entirely, or the enemies will keep spawning. We do have some explosive barrels here and there. Yep. So far so good. Somewhere from the left.
Three cells left.
I do not like how open this thing is. Whoa! Well, so far so good. I mean, we are completely draining our resource pool, but that's the idea. Okay, nice and steady. Some more barrels for me to exploit. There are a few antlions over there. I know this is completely unnecessary and probably ruins the pacing, but hey, it's very important, okay? Did you put a toner puzzle over there? How dare you? Well, I guess that kinda makes sense. Wait, what? I cannot activate all three of them at the same time, can I? Oh. You don't need to activate it at the same time. Just within a short amount of time. Okay, that gauntlet was presented as something more difficult. Maybe it's just the matter of the level of difficulty that I actually selected, and I think I either play on normal or easy. So that was actually quite doable. I mean, partially of course being warned that there are combined on your right flank also helps, of course, undoubtedly. Turrets? Must be turrets. I assume Alyx will not be able to control antlions as Gordon will in Half-Life 2, right? We will not get the squishy ball from the Vortigons. Taken from the Antlion King or something. Okay, another member of the cleaner crew. Thankfully it's not Jeff. Why can I open this one? Oh, for the little guy? Yeah, probably for the little guy. Of course you are the one with... Thank you. It was not close enough, I guess. Infestation control. Well, it still looks pretty infested, guys. What else do we have in here? Okay, at least you do not have any head crab on you. So that is good. Not sure about this guy. This door is completely boarded. Yeah, you do have head crab on you. This is uncomfortable how close I need to bring it. It's like, come on. Could have used a grenade indeed. Oh well. The game has been a bit glitchy this day. It was with the previous episode, it is the same with this episode. I am not sure how well it is visible on the recording. I hope really it's just some streaming issues on the headset. Oh god. Can you please go away? Oh! Just a split second before I release the trigger, this thing hits me. Give it to me. Nice. What do you have in here? I could use actually this thing. Got plenty of damage somewhere. Okay, yeah, I see there is a walk on the other side. Can I see another entrance in there? No. Okay. So maybe somewhere from the lower level you can use the ladder to get in this area. Okay. Okay, this one does not seem to move. Interesting. Like it's not the button. Oh, okay. Alright, but I clearly need to move this thing left and right. How do I do this? Because this is just this thing. I'm missing something. That is clear as day. Question is, what? So I cannot jump on these things. Okay. I just feel like I'm missing some part of the puzzle. some crucial part of the puzzle. Maybe I do need access to that other room somehow. But I'm not provided with grenades. Interesting. Nope. Okay, now what? Oh, wait a second. Now, look at this. Now we can probably... move this here. Come on. Move this up. And we should have the entire path for ourselves. Cool! I was missing a control element, yes. Chasm puzzle.
The goal of this puzzle was to create a moment of heightened stress by requiring players to deal with a sudden threat after being placed in a precariously disadvantageous position. In the original design of the puzzle, players would stand on a platform which was suspended from a cable and pull themselves across the chasm. Halfway across, antlion spitters would emerge and start attacking. The platform provided limited cover, and players would have to make trade-offs between taking cover and continuing to propel themselves forward. This succeeded in creating the desired spike in intensity, but unfortunately, the lateral movement of the platform caused considerable motion sickness for most playtesters. Even players who were comfortable with the vertical movement of elevators elsewhere in the game were adversely affected here. The puzzle that we shipped retains the same sense of tension due to being stranded in the middle of a chasm under attack, but does not rely on physically moving the player. The upper portion of the wooden platform is deliberately devoid of any substantial cover, which encourages players to jump onto the platforms below. On the lower platforms, we provide enough cover to protect players from antlions, but also leave them feeling vulnerable out in the middle of the chasm. The cover here is porous and breakable, increasing the sense of urgency and requiring players to engage the antlions from their compromised position.
Okay. Making progress. See. Can I? Yep. I cannot get into the vent. Is this not an IMSIM? Okay. I guess that's fair. No! Cannot open any of the drawers. Sad. Okay, let's investigate these ones. Ooh. I will be taking that. Thank you very much. So this is just like supposed to be some maintenance station, right? Why do we have a SMG magazine in the drawer? Just a random thought, but I think it's an important one. Like, why? Okay. Let's try to figure out what's going on over here. Barnacles. More barnacles. Can I navigate?
Alyx, we're getting close to the vault now. You're not going to have many more chances to use your resin.
Good point. I'll see if there are any upgrades I can use.
I can't believe my pistol's made it this far.
I was thinking about giving it to Gordon.
Immediately hangs up. This guy's very attached to his gadgets. Again, this is perfectly understandable. He probably put a lot of effort in them. I mean, not probably. He surely put a lot of effort in them. Oh my god. Okay. Shish. Let's try to be reasonable. Eh. Okay, no. Maybe. Just maybe. We can do it like this. Oh, well, okay, that was another option. Okay. And I believe we're only missing a double shot for the shotgun. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take it. Take it away. Just a small thingamabob on the end. Option to fire a second shot immediately after the first.
How deadly as that thing's gonna get.
Press twice to fire 2 quick shots. Okay, that is pretty self-explanatory.
4 shells left.
We value shotgun not for the shells. Those were the upgrades, so I don't think we will ever do any more. And the game thankfully clearly states that we're very close to our target. Okay. Hello. How you doing? Oh, hello there. You doing fine? How's your day going? Don't you dare move.
Last 2.
So, let's see. Oh, disappointing. So I assume that maybe behind this door we will proceed to our target. Yeah, I can hear by the sound of it that there will be another combat. So how about we wrap an episode around here, chapter 10, breaking and entering, and we will continue with that in the next episode. Thank you so far for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. And if that is the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.